Hi guys, my name is Christastrophe. Uh, I was asked a question on what is my dream. Essentially, my dream, and I mean via my dream, I suppose would be for the world to be like completely, peaceful and understanding of one another, if at all possible. And obviously everyone's ills to be gone, but at the same time for us to be not like immortal, because obviously if the place was overcrowded, then that brings on its own form of suffering, because we'd be too vastly overpopulated, and we would be completely, like outnumbered, and that would bring in its own problems. So yeah, essentially world peace and all ills gone. So everything from, well, you all know how many illnesses are out there in the world. I don't need to fill a video with all the illnesses, but currently in my life, my nan has been diagnosed with cancer, and although a while back I did some voluntary work for cancer research, and I've done a few other things like shaving my head for charity, it's very different having something like that happen to you personally, and happen to people personally within your life. Um, but my I'd say more personal to me as well. To be happy, and essentially for me to be happy, well, I need to be essentially well enough to work. Because on a few of my other videos, as I've mentioned, I had a few things that were going on, and in this video, something that's also going on. When I am well enough to work, I will apply for near enough any form of any form of job I can, just to sustain myself. But my real dream currently is to run a cafe that runs like half Magic the Gathering and half like a coffee shop essentially, and I'd be calling it the Mana Tap. And the idea I've got for it is I'd have like those photo frame tables that would have like all the maps and everything in there, and essentially not just that, but like the downstairs area of what I've got envisioned in my mind would be like a cave, and there'd be like chests of plunder, all over the place, full of loot and what have you, and then the upstairs would just look like a regular cafe. So it would make it okay for the average Joes, and this way I'm hitting everybody's target audience. And the mana, they'd be called the Mana Tap, because in Magic the Gathering you have to tap lands to produce mana. So it's something I want to work on. If I found the right kind of person to be with, maybe marriage, but that's sort of like a very big maybe for me, and especially like getting, like, well, marriage and children essentially are like very big maybes for me, because I'd have to find someone who was like, who was good for me and I was good for them, because there's no use in like, there's no use in like settling for someone if you're not happy. That's the worst thing you can possibly do, and I want to be absolutely sure upon like who I want to be with, and I want to be absolutely sure that the person who I am wanting to be with, that we're right to have children together. So yeah, past all that, if I manage to get very far in my in my business, essentially I wouldn't mind setting up my own umbrella charity that like essentially make sure that all the funding goes to the right area, and that's like, what I mean, that's like the condition, that like none of this money goes through all of like the admin and everything, because then there's like a big chunk being taken out of it, and you don't know how much is actually going to the charity. I know that's a big call out there, but however, it's something I would really like to do. So essentially for me, yeah, that would be, I suppose, my dream, and just to live as happy and as not carefree but stress free as possible, because obviously with as I said in Spider-Man, with great responsibility, with great power, sorry, comes great responsibility, and that really is probably about it. Suppose living until a ripe old age to see if I did have kids and see grandchildren, that would also be quite interesting. I don't really know. I've not really thought much about the future, because I suppose I'm currently waiting on what's going on with my life now to sort of resolve. And in the past, I had all my hopes and dreams and everything, and I've been kicked around by life, but I'm not letting it stop me. I've just put a hold on things for the moment till I'm in a better place, essentially, and that time will come. Anyway, thank you for watching. If you feel kind, leave a like. If you're feeling generous, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye.